Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning,
to the
8 to
award-winning
11
In
a.m.
Wheel
Central.
Time car talk show. We got the founder of a company that allows remote operation of vehicles. Kind of a scary thing, but got somebody you want to jack with? And later, Jeff will bring us some of his car culture, rare colors of muscle cars. And Mr. Mars has driving destinations. Howdy. Along with Mike out of This World Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks so much for joining us for our live broadcast today. We've been dead at least once in this program for a few minutes with Nick Kappa, and apologize for that. But, it never fails when we go on remote and we come back, we've missed a plug. We didn't plug something in right, or somebody kicked something and got us off the air, which isn't the first time that's happened.
We got a new segment. Guess what goes wrong next? Chime in.
But you won't be able to hear it because we won't be on the
air. Meteorites, locusts, I don't know, maybe snakes coming in, a potato famine, who knows?
So since Mr.
He's having a little issue getting here, but we're working on it.
Okay. So he's working on trying. Okay.
He's in the area.
All right. Well, as long as they're working on it, because I was going to break out the Sold Cars Roundup. I'm going to get this in.
Okay, we're going to do that.
You want to do that right now?
Well, let's give it a whirl. Try it.
Give what a whirl?
Give that a whirl.
Okay, let's give it a whirl. So
I got to find it. Hold on.
It's Hemmings Sold Cars Roundup. Mm-hmm. And the Sold Cars Roundup include cars that have been sold on Hemmings.com. And I let the boys kind of guess at what the car got sold for.
I'm bringing it right up.
And so the first one out of the box this morning is a 1959 Pontiac Star Chief.
Oh, man, look at that. How gorgeous that is.
Big, wide whites, the whole 9 yards. I mean, this is direct from 1959. It looks completely stock and restored.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
How much do you think something like that monster would cost you?
Well, if you're buying it by the foot.
Yeah. Yeah, because would that even fit in today's garage?
Probably not, but I'm going to go $39,000. I'm going for it. 39 grand.
39 grand. Mr. Mars, what do you think that
I'm thinking more like 28.
28. Well, you're getting closer.
Okay.
Because that car sold for $22,365.
Well, there
Jeff,
you go. I would have overpaid.
No. But what I'm saying is that would have been something right up your alley.
It is.
You'd have to do a lot of rearranging the garage at your house.
I'd have to take the door off.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or only let the door come down just above the trunk as it's
and on the
sticking
other side
out.
of the wall is a family area, so I have to get rid of that just for the car.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to get back to that. Okay. We're going to get back to the Sold Cars Roundup because
we got a guest?
I think that we do have a guest.
Okay.
Mr. Mars, you want to introduce the guest, or do you want me to?
I'll let you because I'm making a change right here.
Okay.
He's making a change right here.
Well, no, I got to get him to unmute. Is what I'm trying to do.
I see. So you need to unmute yourself, and
there he is. All right.
Okay. Now I can. There we go. All right. So our guest this hour is Mr. Enn Lanoo, CEO and founder of Elmo Remote Driving, a scary, scary thing for us here in Texas. And we're going to try to understand what you have come up with, because it's a thing called the Elmo Remote Car Sharing. And when I said Elmo, I don't know what it actually stands for, if anything, but they all said, oh, we're going to talk to that blue Cookie Monster looking thing or whatever it is on Sesame Street called Elmo. And there's no offense intended here, but,
we just have small minds.
We have small minds that we're going to find out from you. And thank you so much for joining us. Where are we speaking to you from today?
Hi, guys. Enn here, and you have a live connection with Estonia.
Estonia.
Very good.
Yes. If you have a small mind, then we are a small country, one of the smallest one in Europe, and greetings for you at 7 p.m.
It's 7 p.m. in Estonia.
Welcome to our studio.
Yeah, welcome to our hot studio here. It's going to be 95 degrees here in Texas today. And but anyway, let's talk about the remote driving setup. Why was this necessary to perfect this?
Good question, and I think you are starting from the right beginning. Why remote driving? Why not autonomous? So this is one of the most popular questions what we have the last 5 years heard. I think the answer is obvious. If we want to find the comparison with autonomous technology, then first of all, with all respect, and we are great fans of autonomous technology, but the technology is not there yet. But besides that, it comes also with a very, very high price tag. And if you take those or put those in aside, then we always recommend to our partners, meaning clients, investors, to think about where do you really need or where the autonomous technology makes sense. It makes sense in taxi, it makes sense in local transport like buses, but during our lifetime, it doesn't make sense in car renting. It doesn't make sense, for example, in highway safety, where one of our trucks is operating in Canada, or it doesn't make sense in near future in defense sector and many other sectors. So it's much easier technology. It comes with a lower price tag, and there are many use cases where remote driving is feasible and more reasonable than other technologies today.
So we could sit in our home with a monitor and
Exactly.
And drive this vehicle down the freeway.
Exactly.
Wow.
This is what, of course, you gave a very extreme example, freeway, high speeds, but yes, that we have done already the last 3 years. Our core technology is road legal. We have been remote driving on public roads, in car renting, renting a car, and in many other sectors.
Now, I know that this is a very serious company and a very serious business, but all I can think of is that I could get a car and say, Mike, I've got a car for you to drive this week, without any knowledge that he is going to be under my command. And I can take the controls from him, and I can drive that car as fast or as slow as I want to on the freeway and get him 90 miles from where we are today. And he would be frightened to death knowing that I was driving him in a car that
I don't know if it works that way, Don.
It probably doesn't work that way, but that's where my sick mind goes. All right. So what? Give me an example of somebody that would use a vehicle that was remotely driven.
I think the practical experience is, or practical services where we are the best examples. Car rental. If you rent a car today, you have to go and pick the car yourself. But with our technology, the car is remotely controlled into your doorstep. You still sit behind the steering wheel. You will make your ride. You will go to the beach. You will go to the forest. You don't want to rent it anymore. You will end the session, and then our technology or our service or our teledriver takes control over it and teledrives that to our next client's doorstep.
See,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's very cool. But what I envision with this would be a perfect technology for the military. So you wouldn't risk a life, but I could get, ammunition. I could get bombs from point A to point B without a human being driving it, except he could be thousands of miles away. He could be on the other side of the earth.
This is, by the way, also what we are doing, or what our technology is already doing. Cannot share a lot about that use case, but I can say you that we are also war proven. and actively used in some of the hot zones.
I see another way that this could be done in an industry of, say, like mining or forestry, where you've got a mine and you have these big trucks that hundreds of thousands of capacity for dirt and things. Doing it remotely to go through the mines and down into the structures to not have that human interaction, but be safer that way. That's what I see it.
Let me ask you this. Speaking of human interaction, are there actual live drivers driving it remotely?
Yes. That's.
I want that job.
I think that's the core difference with other technologies. There is always a driver, but your colleague said wisely that you can remotely, from thousands of kilometers or miles away, do the work. You're not putting a driver on hazard situations. And in mining, or we talked about in military, that is already used. But I would like to also give one of the examples. We are right now also in operations in taxi, remote controlled taxi. So first, it doesn't make sense. Why? But imagine or probably you know that the weakest point in taxi sector is you lack motivated and reasonable drivers. But if you can do driving from a very far distance, then you basically have an unlimited number of potential drivers who can be your workers, customers, drivers of the taxi. And in addition to that, you can play with salary arbitrage. You're right now in the States. Probably the salary in one of your neighbor countries is a little bit lower. So that's also what we are doing right now.
Interesting.
I'm kind of fascinated by it.
Yeah,
well, I am too. My mind's going about 1,000 miles an hour.
The
here.
applications you could use for it, yeah.
Yeah. But so there's a remote driver, and in the case of the example you were talking about rent a car. So the remote driver is involved to get the car to you. He steps out of the way. You drive it until you're through with it.
Right.
And then you give it back, and he picks it up again, takes over to return it. So is that kind of so with I guess with the taxi, then the driver's there all the time.
Exactly.
So you could actually run that taxi 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. What about fueling? So Mike rents the car, he turns it in, and the remote driver picks up that vehicle. How do they know? Is there technology built in of now my car? I can look at an app and say when's the next oil change, the oil levels, the gas, all that, tire pressures. Is that part of the technology that the remote driver has?
Yes, we are even controlling a rear window heating.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yes, we have all the system. What the driver needs, he or she can see that on the remote driver's desk. So yes, that information is available. But I think it's more what you just wanted to clarify is if the tank or it's running out of gasoline. So who's gonna
fill it up?
Fill it up.
Right.
That I think is maybe the weakest point. But luckily, in some countries like US, if the car is teledriven into the gas station, then in many gas stations there's someone who's gonna do the job.
The old full service. Full service.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Either that, or if you had a fleet of these things, you would probably have your own fueling station. For instance, if it were a rent car at the airport, let's say, the airport place that you've kept these vehicles, it would have its own fueling station. So when it came back, it would have a place to get gas.
So we're saying that we're talking like gasoline motors. Are these electric vehicles or gasoline motors? Or both?
For us, it doesn't matter. We are vehicle agnostic. We have retrofitted our technology to both of the cars, gasoline, electric ones. So for us, the only thing what we try to avoid is manual gearbox, because then we need a robot hand. But all other things, to control the car, we are capable of retrofitting, but now we are just focusing on the gasoline. This is how to solve it. It's not a technical question.
Yeah, I got a question a question came in from one of our internet viewers. So, for example, a senior, not to look at Don much, but a senior that's at home, they don't have a car, but they need to go to the doctor. Is that kind of like, can they get a remote car to come to them and get them, take them to the doctor, and then bring them home?
Yes, of course.
Wow.
There is, if we just focus on the service, then technology is just making something with the service. But yes, if we need to take the senior to the hospital, it's doable.
Yeah.
But I will a little bit also play it around. If there is a human with a wheelchair, then they can also be teledriver. That's also another positive side of our technology. So, yes, transporting a senior to the hospital, this is a no-brainer.
I understand. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, how much are these? What does it cost to be involved in this, either for the driver or to own one?
I'm confident that you have a lot of our potential clients, your listeners. So roughly, the thumb rule is that it is in the range of 10% of the car's value. So if the car is, let's say, $40,000, then we are retrofitting the car in the range of 4,000 euros. So $4,000.
Yes, but so affordable. Yeah. I wanted to ask you one other thing, and I noticed in this bio here that it's already in use and road legal and operating in your country of Estonia.
Exactly. We are road legal. We are also, Elmo is the first company in the world whose road legal technology is already actively used. It's used since 2022. So we have 3 years of experience from car sharing. We have experience from road safety sector. We have experienced clients from defense sector, and now also we are in operations providing our technology and service for one taxi company.
Wow. Absolutely stunningly
amazing.
It's amazing. It's brilliant. And so for our listeners, our viewers, elmoremote.com, we can find out all about this.
Exactly.
And for our female viewers, they can write love letters to Enn.
Whereabouts in Estonia are you?
Capital, Tallinn.
Oh, so you're up near like across the water from Helsinki.
Yes, exactly.
Very good.
Modern welcome to visit us. We are a tech-savvy country. A lot of robots.
Appear to be.
Years already on public roads, and proud to be from Estonia and conquering the world with our technology.
Well, Enn, it's a real honor and a pleasure, and what an education for you to join us this morning. We really do appreciate it. Let's be back in touch again soon and get an update on how things are going with you.
Super, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enn Lanoo from Estonia talking to us.
Very interesting.
Amazing.
Who knew?
Just ahead, Jeff's Car Culture and Mars' new feature, Driving Destinations. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. The Enwell Time Car Talk Show thanks you for 14 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on a local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcasts, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the Enwell Time Car Talk Show.
Enwell Time is back home in the Sugar Shack studios, and we hope you'll join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live rendition about all things automotive. And thank you for being with us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture, rare muscle car colors.
You betcha. And here we go. First one out of the box. Now, we've all seen these colors. You don't know what codes they are, but here we go. 1970 Plymouth Duster. We call this the Pink Panther. The 1970 Plymouth Duster in factory Pink Panther, paint code FM3.
Hey, everybody, look at my car.
Wondering what the code is one of the rarest, most eye-catching combinations to leave a Chrysler plant. While the Duster was designated as affordable, compact muscle car, ordering it in Pink Panther turned into a bold statement piece. The color was part of Mopar's high-impact paint lineup and officially only offered it for the short time in 1970. The next one on the block is a 70 Plymouth Cuda. Who figured? In violet, code FC7. Now, in violet, also known as what? Plum Crazy over at Dodge. It was one of Chrysler's high-impact colors, but surprisingly, a few buyers ordered it in 70 Cuda. Most stuck with the Hemi Orange or Limelight, which was the green color, leaving the purple Bruiser only to be the only one that's bold.
I think that John Hovis got one.
I believe so he does. When paired with the 426 Hemi or even a high-compression 440 in violet, gave the Cuda an unmistakable presence. That is a pretty car. I'd drive it. Next one, 70 Chevelle SS in Tuxedo Black, which is paint code 10. Tuxedo Black sounds common, but it's rarely chosen in 70, especially on the SS Chevelle. GM's bright hues like Cranberry Red and Fathom Blue dominated the dealer lots, while fewer than 1% of the SS buyers opted for the deep formal black. When paired with an LS6 454 and a cowl induction hood, a black-on-black Chevy SS became a menacing presence. It didn't need stripes or flare to make it a paint. There you go. Next one, 69 Dodge Charger in R4 bright red with a white top. Bright red code R4 wasn't rare on its own, but paired with a white vinyl top and white interior, you got a surprisingly uncommon setup for 69. Most buyers went with black or tan contrast instead of the high contrast combo. Add a 440 Magnum or a Hemi into the equation, and you've got a Charger that's hard to miss. Next one, Michael, is a 1970 AMX. Big Bad Green is what they call this. Paint code 00. AMC's Big Bad color lineup was in-your-face marketing moved on, and a Big Bad Green was by far the boldest. Available in special order only, this radioactive shade was rarely selected by AMX buyers, with fewer than 100 cars believed to have actually left the factory in this color. The AMX, with its two-seat layout, a 390 V8, already stood apart from the pack. Painted Big Bad Green, it became a statement car in every sense of the word. That's nice. Another favorite of mine is a 66 Fairlane GT Emberglow code V. Ford's Emberglow was one of those mid-60 colors that defines sort of like a description, part copper, part bronze, part burnt orange. It was available on the 66 Fairlane GT, rarely seen on high-performance versions like the GT390. With its 335 horsepower V8 bucket seats and optional GTA automatic, the Fairlane GT had solid muscle car cred. But painted in Emberglow, it looked like a concept car that slipped through the production line. And the last one is my favorite, 70 Pontiac GTO in what? Orbit Orange, code 5.
Looks yellow.
05. Orbit Orange is hard to miss, and that's exactly why so many few buyers chose it. Available in 70 only, the screaming high-letter shade was meant to grab attention, and it did. Just not in big numbers. Combine the orange Orbit with the Judge package and the Ram Air, all that good stuff, and you've got one of the loudest, fastest, and rarest Pontiacs ever built. It was too much for most buyers, but 1970, who cares? Collectors are lining up for them today. How about that?
Very nice.
Yeah,
Love, well done. All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Mars has driving destinations this week. Cool places to cool off for this summer. Go for it.
And on a day like today, I would really like to go to one of these places. So one of the things you can look at, particularly up and around the hill country, Barton Springs Pool. Now, this is talking about places that you can actually go swimming, different pools around the state of Texas. So Barton Springs is located in Zilker Park in Austin. It's a 3-acre natural pool. It's fed by underground springs, stays 68 to 71 year-round, which makes it great for summer, and you can actually go in the winter. It'll feel warm at certain times. So the setting is scenic and serene, but it fills up fast on weekends, so you got to arrive a little early if you're going to go there. The other one that you can find up there is the Deep Eddy Pool. Now, this is Texas' oldest man-made swimming pool. The Deep Eddy is also spring-fed and is known for its clear, cool water and its relaxing ambience. Now, this is near downtown Austin. So it's got swimming lanes, got shallow end for kids, grassy areas for lounging. It was built in 1915, and it carries a nostalgic charm and attracts a quieter crowd than its neighbor over in Barton Springs.
Oh, boy.
From there, we go over to Wimberley, where we're going to find the Blue Hole. Now, the Blue Hole is a pristine swimming pool nested amongst towering cypress trees in Wimberley. It's got emerald-colored waters, iconic rope swings. The swimming hole is spring-fed and maintaining a cool 75-degree temperature. Now, its surrounded park is hiking trails, picnic lanes, and it's got lots of courts. Got to make some advance reservations for this because they limit it to 900 people a day is all that can get in.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
Now, from there, you go over to Hamilton Pool Preserve. Now, this is in Dripping Springs. Now, it's a geological wonder because it features a collapsed grotto with a 50-foot waterfall that goes into a jade-colored pool. This is in Travis County. Sometimes, because of bacteria levels, swimmers aren't allowed in, but it's still worth a visit.
Martha, I got this kind of odor to me, and I don't know exactly where it's coming from.
You've been in that pool again.
Yeah. And then if you're looking for something more park-like, Schlitterbahn over in New Braunfels. Now, this is the water park experience. It's consistently ranked among the best in the world, located in New Braunfels along the Comal River. It spans over 70 acres. It's got slides. It's got lazy rivers, kids areas.
Have you ever been there?
Been there once. But I was not in the water.
Did you ever go tubing down the Comal?
Yes, I did. Yep. I like that. But Schlitterbahn, I was there on a business trip, so I didn't actually get to participate in any of the activities that were there.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. But didn't happen. They've got a lot of unique Texas twists there. They got lodging that's got log cabins. It's a really nice place, and they have another one down in Galveston if you're looking for something down in there. Then from there, Krause Springs. Now, this is in Spicewood. Now, this is a family-owned operation. It's got 32 natural springs feeding into man-made and natural pools. It's a retreat. Again, it's one of the spring waters. Stays around 68 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. It's got tent and RV camping. And then if you're looking for something that's a little further west Texas, then Balmora State Park. Now, this is way out in West Texas, and I think there's a map going to come up here. And it's the largest spring-fed swimming pool in the state. Now, it's located in the desert, and it was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the 1930s. The 1.75-acre pool is fed by springs. It holds 3.5 million gallons of water. Now, keep in mind, that's a lot of water that ranges in temperatures from 72 to 76. But 15 million gallons of water go through that place a day. There's a lot of water going through there in the water flow. So there's some cool places that you can go and cool off during the summer.
Thank you, sir. In Real Time Car Talk Show continues after this quick break.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.